had defeated Silver Sands Hall High School, Osakpa, London, Lekki, Lagos. That topic on that occasion was ASU strikes do more harm than good. They are brilliant, and they will show us why, just like their opponents. From International School, University of Lagos, Akoka, welcome to the duo of Odunlade Enoch Oluwademilade and Olubo Maranatha. Welcome, both of you. How are you doing today? Enoch led in their first debate alongside Esther Oluyelu, who is sitting it out today. And Olubo Maranatha takes her place. She's 15. She's in SS3. Enoch is 1 year older, also in SS3. Welcome, both of you. Welcome, both of you. All right.
The motion for this hour is national resilience depends more on citizens than leaders. These contestants got their topic last week or 2 weeks ago. Last week, right? And they also found out how they would debate last week. They will now remind us of what that decision was. We'll start with the ladies. Please, how will you argue today?
We are opposing the motion.
You are opposing the motion that national resilience depends more on citizens than leaders. So you will say national resilience depends more on leaders than on citizens. Yes. So that means International School will support the motion that national resilience depends more on citizens than leaders. Well, Lagos, it is time to do this.
Have we remembered to say hello to their chaperones and coaches? We'll come back to that in just a bit. When we come back, we'll go big time into this debate. Stay with us, Lagos.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Hello there, I'm here to tell you about the world-class beverage cans producers, GZI. At GZI, excellence is our hallmark. We produce world-class aluminum beverage cans that meet the highest international quality and safety standards. Our cans are 100% recyclable, lightweight, and designed to keep every beverage fresh while protecting the planet. With state-of-the-art facilities and responsible production practices, we are proudly setting the pace for sustainable packaging across Africa. GZI. Yes, we can.
Obiwizi is Nigeria's trusted name in affordable tech and gadget tradings. From Lagos to Abuja, from students to CEOs, Obiwizi is your guy for quality tech devices, brand new and pre-owned alike. Got a new phone or laptop? Bring it in and walk away with an upgrade or a cashback, or in fact, both. Whether you shop in-store or online, at obiwizi.com, you are guaranteed value, warranty, and a customer-first experience. Obiwizi offers affordable tech, trusted service, because with gadgets, Obiwizi is your guy. Follow Obiwizi at Instagram at Obiwizi backup page, or on TikTok at Obiwizi. That is at Obiwizi on TikTok. Obiwizi is spelled O-B-I-W-E-Z-Y. That is O-B-I-W-E-Z-Y.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
And we are tremendously grateful to GZ Industries as well as Multi-Cloud Pathway College, Obiwizi, and Finna Microfinance Bank.
No doubt. Remember the rules, kids. 4 minutes each for the first 2 rounds, the presentation and rebuttal rounds. For your closing round, you get 3 minutes. During your rebuttals, you must first refute your opponent's points before adding fresh points to back up your arguments. In addition to the strength of your points, you will be judged for your elocution and style of presentation. If you tie, there will be a tiebreaker round. In this round, you will switch sides and get 3 minutes to argue the position previously argued by your opponent. Is that clear? Brilliant. Okay, your mics were off, but you were loud enough for me. Or
On the tie, you're not clear?
okay,
Oh,
clarity.
yes.
If you tie, if after all 3 rounds you're tied, we'll go into a tiebreaker round. When we get into the tiebreaker round, you will switch sides. If you are opposing now, this same topic, you will now support. You will get only 5 minutes, just 5 minutes each. You can decide who's going to go.
Not
for
as individuals.
Not as
a
individuals.
team.
Your school will get 5 minutes. You can decide to go. You can decide she goes. You can decide to go together. If you do, sing us a duet if you like. If you understand. Okay? Just make it beautiful. At the end of that, hopefully, we will have a decision. Well, in the first round, we saw one that was still not decided on.
Correct.
Afterwards. If there is no decision, we will give you a new topic and you will go into an impromptu debate. Is that clear?
Yes,
And
All right.
as you speak, try not to fiddle with the microphone, okay? Don't touch it. Don't finger the mic like you're doing now. Keep your hands down or use your hands this way, but don't touch the mic, okay?
And
Thank
if
you.
after that we still cannot break the two of you, there's still a tie, we all sleep here until tomorrow. Really.
Well, the representatives for International School, University of Lagos, have been chaperoned by Mr. Adebayo and Mr. Sulaiman. And for Timi Comprehensive College, we have Miss Precious, Mr. Ndukwe, and Mr. Felix Ochuko.
We thank them. Thank you very much.
Thank you for doing a great job.
No doubt.
They are in the viewing room, by the way. You should be able to see them if you are tuned to the live streams on Facebook, on YouTube, and on X, formerly Twitter.
Certainly. And finally, we come to our debates. In this hour, we take on a topic at the heart of nation building. You heard Yvonne say it earlier on. Who truly carries the weight of national resilience? The citizens or the leaders? National resilience depends more on citizens than leaders, is the way the topic is coined. So, who carries it? Is it the everyday people who adapt, innovate, and hold the country together? Or is it the vision, direction, and stability provided by those in power? Our contestants, Timi Comprehensive College and ISL University of Lagos, International School, University of Lagos, are ready to wrestle with the heartbeat of national strength. We've met the debaters. Now let's debate.
Indeed, you will get 4 minutes. International School, University of Lagos being the motion supporter. Your time starts now.
2010, 2020. Does that date sound familiar? Well, this is the exact date that the Nigerian government opened fire on its citizens who bore the Nigerian flag. During that period, tribalism crumbled as it was citizens who realized that they needed to protect, feed, and uphold one another. It became clear that the true strength of this nation lies amongst its people. So let me draw a clear parallel here, one that defines this relationship beyond the debate. Just as the stem is a source of support and stability to any plant, citizens are the backbone and the core of a nation's resilience. Without the citizens, the country cannot grow, adapt, and endure challenges. So while leaders may guide and direct, citizens are the backbone that keeps this country upright. Before proceeding, I'd like to give you honor to meet his due. I hereby recognize the chairman, panel of honorable judges, the accurate timekeeper, my co-debaters, and the august audience. I am Odunlade Enoch from the International School, University of Lagos, here to strongly affirm the motion which states that national resilience depends more on citizens than leaders. But firstly, I would like to define it. National resilience, according to Oxford bibliographies, is defined as the ability of a nation to anticipate, withstand, adapt to, and recover from shocks such as social, political, and security. Which brings me to my very first point, the case of insecurity in Nigeria. Nigeria is a nation that has faced insecurity time and time again, as we are currently facing it, especially in the northern regions. As at 2013, the Civilian Joint Task Force, which consisted of citizens, was organized, which was able to minimize the issues of insecurity in the regions of Borno and Maiduguri. Over 26,000 citizens decided to rise up and solve the issue of insecurity in their region, and were also able to provide the military with intelligence reports that also aided it. Also, in 2014, when the Chibok girls were abducted by Boko Haram terrorists, it was the citizens who clamored for the release of these individuals, proving to all of us that the core of this nation's resilience, especially against insecurity, is actually the citizens. Which brings me to my second point. Economic resilience is built on entrepreneurial individuals. I'd like to give a very good example. Dangote Group of Companies, which is one of the major companies that we have not just in Nigeria, but also in Africa. Informal industries make up 65% of the nation's GDP and employ 80% of the workforce. Needless to say, economic resilience is actually built on the activities of citizens outside government planning. Additionally, citizens are the first responders in cases of emergencies and natural disasters. Permit me to remind us of Nigeria, the floods that occurred in Nigeria as of 2022, where it was the Nigeria Red Cross Society which organized volunteers, citizens, over 10,000 of them, who were responsible for the evacuation, provision of relief supports, and camping of citizens who had been stranded as a result of these floods, proving that national resilience, especially in case of natural disasters, relied on citizens. Furthermore, citizens are responsible for provision of public health services. A practical case of this is CHIPS, which stands for Civilian Health Influencers, Promoters and Services, which were responsible for visiting over 20 million households during the COVID-19 period, providing basic education and support to them. Also, during the cholera pandemic that happened, the cholera outbreaks that happened between the periods of 2024 and 2025, over 1,000 civilian volunteers that were not influenced by government policies or whatsoever rose up in Borno State to provide relief and support during the cholera outbreak, and over 350 volunteers within Lagos State rose up to do the same thing. Also, in the productive activities, citizens more or less sustain it, even where government has failed. Permit me to remind us of July this year, where the national grid collapsed 4 times. During that period when Nigeria took a hit, it wasn't the Nigerian leaders themselves that took over the productive activities, but citizens were able to find other sources of power to ensure that productive activities stayed put, and they more or less carried us during that period. Furthermore, sustenance of activities in the country depends on citizens. A good example of this is 1991 through to 2012, where Somalia had no central government, but yet were able to improve on their development in trade, education, and other areas. So, having predicated my standpoint, I'd like to end with this. We are intellectuals, judges, opponents, micro-debaters. If we really look into the situation and examine what is happening, we'd realize that national resilience depends more on citizens than leaders. Thank you.
Thank you for landing. Thank you.
At long last. Thank you very much. Well done. Well done. Enoch Odunlade of International School, University of Lagos, Akoka. It is time to go to their opponents, Timi Comprehensive College, Itire Mushin, Lagos, and to Ozeme Abdullahi.
Indeed, Femi, your time starts now.
A ship's resilience depends not on the strength of its hull alone, but by the skill of its captain. Similarly, a nation's resilience is forged not in the spirit of its people, but by the wisdom of its leaders. Good day, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, and my well-ever attentive audience. My name is Abdullahi Ozeme, a representative of Timi Comprehensive College, and I'm here to strongly oppose the motion. National resilience depends more on citizens than leaders. Before we can determine where resilience depends, we must be first clear on what we are discussing. So as the opposer, I would like to define my terms clearly. National resilience. National resilience is a nation's ability to anticipate, withstand, recover from, and emerge stronger from crisis. You can say it is the nation's immune system. Leaders are the architect. They are the people who control state machineries, set strategies, and command public trust. While citizens are the foundation. They are the people whose efforts are essential but must be mobilized. With this clarity, our case becomes undeniable. Let's begin with economic resilience. Economic resilience is forged by leaders, not led by citizens. When the 2008 global financial crisis threatened to wipe out the world economy, when the 2008 global financial crisis threatened to wipe out the world economy, the International Monetary Fund confirmed it was the G20 government leaders that deployed a staggering $11.9 trillion in lifelines. Citizens don't command trillions, leaders do. This leadership prevented a total collapse, proving that the framework for recovery is top-down. Also, when Nigeria faced its deepest recession in 2016, it was citizen action that engineered recovery. According to the National Bureau of Statistics 2017, the government economic recovery and growth plan was instrumental in pulling Nigeria out of this recession, achieving a 0.8 GDP growth after a minus 1.6 contraction in 2016. This driven leadership plan laid the foundation for recovery, which citizen action could never achieve. Moving on, health resilience. The difference between life and death is leadership. During COVID-19, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, 2021 report showed that government-led intervention, including presidential task force, border closures and lockdowns, prevented an estimated 500,000 infections and 45,000 deaths. The National Primary Healthcare Development Agency for Vaccination Drive has administered over 70 million doses, a feat impossible without top-down coordination. University of Oxford 2020 report showed that a nation with more decisive leadership restrictions had up to 35% lower mortality rate. Meanwhile, research from Columbia University showed that a 1 week delay in leadership decision cost about 36,000 American lives. Citizen action could never coordinate a response at that scale or speed. Addition to security resilience, modern national security depends on leaders defending the digital frontier. The UK National Cyber Security Centre report showed that it was the government security measures prevented at least 658 serious cyber attacks. This is a silence war fought by the government institutions, a battle the citizens are aware of, let alone equipped to fight. According to the 2023 Global Terrorism Index, concerted military operations in northeast of Nigeria reduced the rate of Boko Haram-related deaths by over 40% between 2021 and 2022. The Nigeria Security Tracker documented that enhanced leadership coordination reclaimed 14 local governments from insurgent control. Citizens don't command armies, leaders do. Also, agricultural resilience. The National Agricultural Land Development Authority, under the Anchors Borrowers Program, has supported over 4.5 million smallholder farmers, which has boosted rice production by over 7 million metric tons. This leadership-driven initiative is crucial for our food security. Let me end with this. Citizens might have immense will, but without a central mechanism to drive that will, it dissipates. Consider a natural disaster. The individual butts up windows. Thank you.
When we said land, we did not mean.
I was close to saying Itaya.
When we say land, we don't mean land in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
We mean land land here.
Well
Don't take us
done.
all the way to Lord knows where.
Well done to you, Ozeme Abdullahi.
Well
She's
done.
16, SS3 student of Timi Comprehensive College, Itire Mushin, Lagos.
Now the opening rounds are done. We will return from this quick timeout to take the rebuttal round. It's a beg to differ. We are still in the round of 16, and we'll be right back.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
At GZI, we believe corporate success must go hand in hand with community impact. Through our corporate social responsibility initiatives, we've supported lives across Nigeria, from donating protective coveralls to street sweepers nationwide to organizing free medical outreach programs for our host communities. We're committed to improving lives, promoting safety, and giving back wherever we operate. GZI, building communities, inspiring change.
Multi-Plan Pathway College is a leading sixth form college in Lagos that empowers high school graduates with the knowledge and skill to secure placement in top global universities around the world. At MPC, we don't just prepare you for university, we launch you into a global future with the highest caliber A-levels, foundation programs, and international test prep. Every student finds the support, opportunity, and results to go from Lagos to the world. MPC, your future starts here.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Welcome back. Thanks to our sponsors, GZI, for the good work. Also, Obi-Weezy, Tofina Trust Microfinance Bank, and of course to Multi-Plan Pathway College.
We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Join the live streams, Nigeria Info 99.3 on Facebook and YouTube. We are also streaming live on X, formerly Twitter. Join the live stream there, Nigeria Info.
No doubt.
Now, into the rebuttal round we go, Femi.
Yes. This is a battleground of ideas. You know what to do, both of you. Feel free to defend your position, interrogate your opponent's claims, challenge their logic, expose inconsistencies, and respond with precision. May the better debating team win. Let's go.
Amen to that. You've got 4 minutes. This round will commence with the motion opposer, Timi Comprehensive College. The motion is national resilience depends more on citizens than leaders. Timi Comprehensive College will now get 4 minutes to refute the opponent's points. Your time starts now.
A resilient nation is not just full of survivors. It is led by visionaries. Citizens can struggle through the hardship, yes, but true resilience starts from the top. A resilient nation is not just built by the strength of its people, but by the vision and leadership guiding them. While citizens play a role, true resilience depends on leaders who enact laws, maintain law and order, and build foundation for growth and development. Without leaders, even the strongest citizens can struggle to sustain a nation. Without leaders, there are no structure, no direction, and no long-term recovery. Good day, Chairman, erudite judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, and my ever-attentive audience. I am Mary Zuniwaku, representative of Timi Comprehensive College, here to strongly oppose the motion which states that national resilience depends on citizens rather than leaders. And if time permits, add few points of my own. First, I would like to dismantle few claims earlier stated by my opponent. You argue that citizens are the backbone and the core which keep the country running. If citizens are the backbone and the core, the leaders are the brain and the nervous system who controls, navigates, and orientates the whole body of the entire system of the country. You also argue that insecurity in parts of Borno and Maiduguri, bodies like the Amotekun, the Vigilante Group, the Hishba Group, Basaki Boys, and the likes are commendable for efforts in recruiting in fighting insecurity in their areas. But real long-lasting peace is achieved by leaders' action in order to curb bandits. Economic resilience. Like my first speaker has argued, economic resilience is forged by leaders, not citizens. Citizens cannot command trillions, only leaders can. He also argued that citizens are the first responders to crises or natural disasters. OECD data reports that, according to UNDRR in 2020, countries with structured disaster management system reduce casualties by over 60%. Citizens might be the first responder to crisis, but it is only leaders who controls, mobilize, and manages such crises. He also argued about the cholera outbreak. The cholera outbreak was effectively curbed by healthcare policies and measures made by government. Argued that citizens are the reason for productivity. It is true that citizens produce goods, render services, but economic growth depends on leaders' policies, and sustainability of the economy depends on citizens. If government do not deploy resources, there will be nothing for citizens to work with. Now to my points. Let us discuss about psychological resilience. A 2025 study in Kenya shows that strong leadership, specifically transformational leadership, boosts people's psychological performance and resilience. Why does this matter? Because at the national level, the leaders boost the emotional climate, the morale, and even the resilience of citizens. National resilience depends on leaders' decision-making, policy-making, budget allocation, and direction. Without strategy or direction from the top, even the strongest hands will struggle to sustain a nation. Although national resilience is not a solo effort, it is a powerful duet between leaders and citizens. But citizens light the spark. The leaders control the flames of resilience. Thank you.
Well done. Now we will hear from International School, University of Lagos, Akoka. You will get 4 minutes to attack your opponent's claims.
Before that was Mary Ro16 of Timi Comprehensive College, Itire, Mushin, Lagos. Well done, Mary Rose. ISL, are you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Your time starts now.
standing on formally established precedents, my name is Oluba Maranatha, representative of International School University of Lagos, and I stand before you here today to boldly refute the point that my opponents had made. Firstly, my opponents mentioned that leaders promote economic resilience, yet 65% comes from citizens. Also, you also mentioned the capabilities of the leaders, but why is there still over 191,278 NGOs when we have leaders? Please answer that. Also, you also mentioned about health resilience, but government failed during the COVID-19. It was citizens that had to step in to reduce the risk during the COVID-19 period. You also mentioned something about, even still talking about the health period. Now, please answer, are there still policies that have stopped cholera? No, there are no policies. It is the citizens' resilience that has kind of curbed cholera. Also, my opponent also mentioned something about, my opponent mentioned that digital security. My opponent also mentioned that My opponent also mentioned that it's several citizens. Oh my God.
It's okay. You still have time. Take your time and take a breath.
Yeah. Also, during the COVID-19 period, it was, according to SBM intelligence, it was reported that it was only 1.2% of Nigerians that received palliatives and support from the government. Now, where did the remaining 98.8% receive their palliatives from? It was from NGOs and other private sectors. You also mentioned that citizens command. You also mentioned that capabilities. You also mentioned that citizens are the head of that citizens are the brains of the nation. But without the spine, can the head still stand? No, it cannot stand. Can the brain still stand? No, it cannot stand. It needs the spine. And when disaster strikes, it is the spine that keeps the nation standing. Thank you.
Right, well done.
That was Olubo Maranatha. It's her school second debate, but her first.
Yes, that's right.
In the context. So nerves are a part of it. She's only 15 and she's in SS3. International School, University of Lagos, Akoka, Lagos. Thus ending the rebuttal round.
Yes, we'll take another short break, and when we come back, you will hear the closing arguments. Stick around.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Obiwizi is Nigeria's trusted name in affordable tech and gadget tradings. From Lagos to Abuja, from students to CEOs, Obiwizi is your guy for quality tech devices, brand new and pre-owned alike. Got a new phone or laptop? Bring it in and walk away with an upgrade or a cashback, or in fact, both. Whether you shop in store or online, at obiwizi.com, you are guaranteed value, warranty, and a customer-first experience. Obiwizi offers affordable tech, trusted service, because with gadgets, Obiwizi is your guy. Follow Obiwizi at Instagram at Obiwizi Backup Page, or on TikTok at Obiwizi. That is at Obiwizi on TikTok. Obiwizi is spelled Obiwezi. That is Obiwezi.
At GZI, we believe corporate success must go hand in hand with community impact. Through our corporate social responsibility initiatives, we've supported lives across Nigeria, from donating protective coveralls to street sweepers nationwide to organizing free medical outreach programs for our host communities. We're committed to improving lives, promoting safety, and giving back wherever we operate. GZI, building communities, inspiring change.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Tremendously grateful to GZ Industries, the lead sponsor of this edition, as well as Multiplan Pathway College, Finna Microfinance Bank, and of course, Obiwizi, Femi.
No doubts. And now into the final rounds we must go. It's your final chance, young ones, to seal your argument. Okay? Move past whatever hiccups you may have experienced along your way and drive it home. No new points here. Remember, just conviction, just clarity, and the confidence to stand by the ideas that you've already laid on the table. Let's hear you.
This round will begin with the motion supporter, International School, University of Lagos. It is time to close your case. Your time starts now.
Standing on formally established precedents, I write to give the closing arguments to the debate that national resilience depends more on citizens than leaders. I said it and I stand by it. Citizens are the core framework and strength of this nation. Without citizens, the issue of insecurity would have plagued them, our economy would have crumbled, we would have fallen to several natural disasters as well as health disasters and issues. Several times, time and time again, I gave the facts, I gave the statistics. We can see practical situations of where citizens were the ones who took actions, especially when the government failed ourselves. And knowing Nigeria being the wonderful country that it is, if we actually look into the reality of things, we would see that most times where solutions are actually implemented, it was the citizens who either had to rise up first or had to take total control of the situation before the government even stepped in. A very good example of this, EndSARS protests, where the Nigerian government opened fire on its citizens. During that period, we can claim that it was a social crisis and a breakdown. It was the citizens, Yorubas who fed the Igbos, Hausas who clothed each other, people who came together that were responsible for holding the fabric of this nation together. So you cannot stand there and tell me that national resilience depends more on the leaders than the citizens, when the leaders at that point did not take any reasonable action to stop it. I would like to end with this statement. While the brain might guide and direct the body, it is actually the backbone that takes the major impact and supports the body. So while leaders might be the one that you claim guide and direct and implementation of these activities, it is important to realize that citizens are the core strength, and the strength of any government's policy and directive is actually in the cooperation of citizens. If citizens refuse to move along with government's policies, if citizens refuse to play their part in these policies, the leaders cannot move forward, but the citizens can move forward even without the leaders. So having predicated my standpoints, I know that I am sure that I've been able to successfully prove, not just to myself, not just to my opponents, not just to the audience, that citizens are the core of a nation's resilience. Thank you.
Well done, Enoch Odunlade of International School, University of Lagos, Akoka. And well done, you too, Olubo Maranatha of the same institution. We now move to your opponents, Timi, Comprehensive College, Itire Mushin, Lagos. We're assuming that Uzeme Abdullahi will be closing.
Honorable Chairman, esteemed judges, and my worthy opponent, a few minutes ago, my friend from the proposition moved you with a powerful truth that the bedrock of any nation is its people, and to that we say a resounding yes. And we have all seen it: the neighbors who form human chains during a flood, the volunteers who deliver meals after an earthquake. This is the raw, beautiful, undeniable power of the people. It is the potential energy of a nation. But I stand before you today to suggest a simple yet profound truth: that potential energy is not enough. It must be converted into kinetic directed action. It must be converted into a direct kinetic action, and that conversion, that crucial decisive alchemy, is the single role of leadership. Think of a nation as a symphony orchestra where our citizens are the musicians, each one a master of their instrument, possessing immense talent and passion. But what happens to that passion? What happens to that talent without a conductor, without that leader on the podium? You do not get a symphony. You get noise, a beautiful, well-intentioned, powerful noise, but noise nonetheless. The conductor does not play a single note, but yet is responsible for the harmony, the tempo, and the crescendo that turns individual effort into a collective masterpiece. The citizens, the proposition side, I spent the time praising the musicians, and to that, I think they have to do that. They are magnificent. but they are making a very fatal categorical error. They are mistaking the source of the power with the director of that power. The citizen, for all their strength, is local. Their focus is on their family, their street, their communities, while the nation leaders focus must be on the entire nation. It is the leaders who must connect the failing grid in the north. It is the leaders who must connect the failing grid in the north and the factory closures in the south. It is the leaders who must allocate resources to not based on whose cry is louder, but on whose need is more critical for structuring integrity for the whole nation. A nation with brilliant, resilient citizens with poor leadership is like an orchestra without a conductor. Do not mistake the engine for the driver and the orchestra for the music. Citizens provide the strength, but leaders provide the structure through which the strength becomes resilience. They are the architects of our collective view. Without an architecture, the strength is just rubble. I urge you to see past the romantic idea and focus on the functional reality. Support the side that knows the difference between the source of the power and the ones who wield it purposefully. Thank you.
Well done. Right on time this time.
Timi Abdullahi, 16-year-old SS3 student of Timi Comprehensive College, Itire, Mochin, Lagos. Well done. And to you too, Mary Rose, Onyenweako. All right. To all of you, both schools, all debaters, well done. You've done well. You've taken on a really complex question of national identity and responsibility, and you've delivered it with thoughtfulness and intensity. Now we hand the verdict over to the judges. They will let us know how both schools have performed.
Right.
In the meantime, Judge Yvonne, are you ready for this, kids? Or do we take a very brief break and come back to you?
Yes, we can.
Let's do it.
Hello there. I'm here to tell you about the world-class beverage cans producers, GZI. At GZI, excellence is our hallmark. We produce world-class aluminum beverage cans that meet the highest international quality and safety standards. Our cans are 100% recyclable, lightweight, and designed to keep every beverage fresh while protecting the planet. With state-of-the-art facilities and responsible production practices, we are proudly setting the pace for sustainable packaging across Africa. GZI. Yes, we can.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Welcome back. It's now time to listen to diction coach and judge Yvonne Okhaifo.
Thank you, Femi. I'll start with Timi Comprehensive College. First things first, say crescendo, not crescendo, crescendo. Okay, so say crescendo. Say fatal. For a moment, I thought I heard fatal. And I wondered, how do you want the problems to be fatal? Say fatal, a fatal error, okay? Not fatal error, because then you mean the error has the ability to produce, to reproduce, okay? So you mean fatal error, not fatal error. Subject-verb agreement rule. You're still flouting that rule. For example, we shouldn't say if governments do not deploy. You should say if governments do not deploy, or if the government does not deploy, okay? Singular subject, singular verb, plural subject, plural verb. Say produce, not produce. Say orchestra, not orchestra. Orchestra, okay? Also say resounding. Resounding, yes. Resounding, no. Say discuss without using about. We discussed the matter. You discuss, not we discuss about. Discuss is a transitive verb. Let us discuss the matter before us, okay? Not let us discuss about. Also say which has boosted, not which has boost. I beg your pardon, darling. Which has boosted, okay? The verb, the main verb should be in the past tense, because the verb, the auxiliary verb has implies that the action has just been completed, has just concluded. So which has boosted, not which has boost, okay? Say deaths, not debts, because then you mean someone owes you and they have to pay. That is debt. D-E-B-T is debt, not debt, okay? So say death, deaths, all right? Also say bureau, not bureau. Bureau. Bureau of Statistics. Resilience, not resilience. Resilience. Please don't say machineries. Say machinery. Machinery is an uncountable noun that refers to machines, okay? It's like equipment, like furniture. Don't say furnitures. Don't say equipments. And definitely don't say machineries. Say machinery. And say emerge, not emerge. Emerge, okay? To international school, say tribalism, not tribalism. Challenges, not challenges. Honor, not honor. Honorable, not honorable, okay? Either say issue or issue, but don't say issue. Issue. Say issue or say issue, but do not ever say issue. Okay. Right. Say entrepreneurial. Entrepreneurial, not entrepreneurial. Entrepreneurial. Okay, entrepreneurial. Say sustenance, not sustenance. 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 Also say, don't use but with yet together. You either choose but or yet because they do the same work. They do the same job of contrast, okay? Of contrasting two sentences. So you say yet or you say but don't say but yet. Say capabilities, not capabilities. Capabilities. Also say strength, not strength. Strength. And say head, not ed. Head. Okay? Femi.
All right. I have a minute to read your results. These are the results. In the first round, Chief Judge Chike scores it as 10 to International School and 8.5 to Timi Comprehensive School. The two other judges, Ama and Ufoma, have it as 10 to 9. 10 for International School and 9 for Timi Comprehensive School. That is International School 30 and Timi Comprehensive College 26.5. In the second round, all three judges score it 10-7, 10-7, 10-7. All for Timi Comprehensive College.
99.39.
The final round. Chief Judge Chike has it as a tie. Judges Ufoma and Ama have it as 10-9 for International School. 10-9 to International School. At this point, it's 81 points to International School and 84.5 to Timi Comprehensive College. Diction scoring is 10 each for your winner by unanimous decision. 94.5 to 91 points. Congratulations, Lagos and beyond, to the duo of Abdullahi Ozeme and Mary Rose Onyewaku of Timi Comprehensive College, Itire Mushin, Lagos. Congratulations, young guns. You have done well. Well done.
Thank you.
ISL, well done. I couldn't be more proud. Take heart.
And don't beat yourself. Don't beat yourselves up, okay?
Yeah, Maranatha, especially you.
Do not beat yourself up, Maranatha.
I know it was difficult in that second round, but also remember, it was your first time. All right? Congratulations. Remember, you get a chance to come in again for the second Lagos Regional Final.
In February.
In February. You have an opportunity there. I will look forward to seeing you. We'll be right back, Lagos.
Da, 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 da.